pieces getting put in place. Graves from Edmonton, Mark Messier from Edmonton, memories from 1991-92. As we celebrate the New York Rangers' birth of a champion, the captain and Mike Richter will join us in the vault. Welcome back to the Vault. I'm Al Trewick. Think about your favorite championship team in any sport, and you'll remember a wide variety of players acquired in a variety of circumstances that came together to be the best of the best. For the 1994 Rangers, that was exactly their story. The birth of a champion started with the drafting of Mike Richter and Brian Leetch, and then they had to wait, as the economic weight of winning 5 Stanley Cups weighed a toll on the Edmonton Oilers to the point where the team had to be torn apart. Wayne Gretzky would be traded to Los Angeles, and as the 1991 season began for the New York Rangers, Mark Messier was still just a rumor. But they had acquired Adam Graves, and as the season began, he would wear number 11. As we get started here in the Vault.
As you all know, there's been a lot of talk about a possible trade for Mark Messier. It's been in all the papers, it's been talked about, it's been rumored about, at times it looked very hot. Right now, John, how close do you think it is?
Well, my feeling, Sam, is if the Rangers can put it together, they should do it. I think it's become the great hockey debate in New York, and people that are great hockey fans in New York have some worries about giving up youth and have some worries about it being a trade where an older player comes. He's 30 years of age. My feeling is, I don't think over the last decade there's been a better on-off the ice leader off the ice and on the ice in the league. Gretzky's been a great player, but Messier gives the fire. He would become instantly your best player and your best leader. And on top of all this, he wants to come to New York bad to become a New York Ranger and be a team leader. And when one of the best players in the world wants to do that, open the door, get him in the building.
Looking back at the birth of a champion here in the Vault, you can see it almost perfectly orchestrated as it came together, and one of those was a draft pick by the name of Mike Richter. What is your memory of 1991 and Adam Graves walking in, the Edmonton Oilers dynasty being dissolved, and the rumors of Mark Messier and soon Jeff Bukaboom? What do you think back of?
I think then is the beginning of some stability for the Rangers organization. So when Neil Smith took over, hired Roger Neilson as coach, it was just a different mentality. It seemed like a breath of fresh air in some ways. There were great people. Phil Esposito, I owe a lot to, as we said. I mean, he got my career going. But there was so much change. And here you have these young guys and a really well-regarded executive coming in. The Rangers have this whole new vision, and we're going to go with some young guys, which hasn't happened in a little while in New York. But you do. You're speckled with Darren Turcotte and Brian Leetch. And now you have Adam Graves, Tony Granato. I mean, these are good players. I think Tony then was leaving at that point, but you have to give up something to get something. And then you hear this rumor that Mark Messier is coming, and now you're adding some incredible veteran talent to this young group, and now you have something that's really interesting.
Tonight, Rangers open with Bernie Nichols, Mike Gartner, Tony Amonte, Brian Leetch, and David Shaw, and we're underway in the 1991-92 season. Ray Bourque back for the puck, sending it up the boards. Craig Janney, number 23, with Bobby Carpenter, number 11 on the left side, Peter Duras, number 16 on the right. Gartner takes out Carpenter. Shaw tied up by Duras. Gartner takes the puck. Bernie Nichols, Tony Amonte to the right side. Amonte, the Boston native, turns, feed to Leetch coming down. Leetch shoots, it's deflected by Bourque. Bourque takes out Nichols along the boards. Bourque goes for the loose puck. Bourque is paired with Glenn Wesley, number 26 on defense, who just signed a one-year contract after being a holdout early in training camp. Van Beesbrook waiting for a whistle, finally gets one.
The Rangers' penalty killing last season was number 13 overall. It's been average for 2 seasons straight, and the Rangers are hoping that with Nemchinov and Graves, who you see on the ice now, that will help them become a better penalty killing unit.
Sorella and Moeller paired on defense. Moeller playing the left side. Bourque quarterbacking the power play. Sending it to Craig Janney. Janney, Ruzicka, and Carpenter up front. Ruzicka, number 38. Ruzicka had scored well in the playoffs, but has been a very inconsistent offensive performer. Scored his only goal in preseason in their last preseason game.
This is Randy Moeller's first action in a game this season, including exhibition.
Taken away by Graves, and he fires it down the ice. Graves, Nemchinov, Moeller, and Sorella.
That unit
Rangers change.
I'm sorry, Sam. That unit went 40 seconds and never gave up a shot on goal.
You talked about so many LaFontaine rumors. There's a new one that you heard about today?
I've heard another one that Buffalo was involved, and maybe Turgeon going the other way from Buffalo. And then I've heard Chicago is very interested in Patty LaFontaine. Who knows? They're flying right now.
Wesley and Bork at the points. Ruzicka with the puck. Carpenter and Janney up front with him. Ruzicka to Bork. Wesley, they're moving the puck well. Wrist shot, save Van Beesbrook. Just got a piece of it. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Wesley ties up Jody Hull. Sorella in the corner against Carpenter. Out to Bork. Score! Rangers go on to Montreal. We'll play the Canadiens on Saturday night. We'll be on the air on MSG Network at 8 o'clock. And then the home opener is Monday night at Madison Square Garden. The Rangers and these same Boston Bruins, who will be wearing their old-time uniforms. We'll be on the air at 7 o'clock on Monday night with Rangers Game Night. Ruzicka scores! Quick snapshot by Vladimir Ruzicka gives the Bruins a 5-3 lead. I don't know if Neil Smith is talking to Herb Pinder or just who he's talking with.
Could be Herb Pinder, it could be Glenn Sather, it could be to find out what happened to Joe Sorella, who has missed this third period. Or maybe it's pizza time, who knows?
That's too early for pizza time.
No, I don't think he'd want to eat right now. A 5-3 Boston lead with 8:17 remaining here in this third period.
Is that a negotiation look or what? What do you think?
And we'll have more in the vault after this.
I had worn number 11 for one game in Boston. Obviously, Mark came. He wore it in Montreal, and then I was given number 9 because it became vacant after the trade. And I guess, to make a long story short, it was a long 2 weeks.